All right, Donald Trump continuing to slam the media and saying the election is rigged against him.
The media, as merely, and it truly is, it's just an extension of the Clinton campaign. The press has created a rigged system and poisoned the mind of so many of our voters.
Christy Setzer's New Heights Communication President, Brad Blakeman, is former George W. Bush senior staffer. Thanks to both of you for joining us.
Thanks.
Brad, you know, he's talking about the media being rigged, but as you look through the flow of the stories and you see the emails coming out, the one, you know, I mean, dividing vice presidential candidates into food groups based on their gender and their ethnicity, you know, the 302 from the FBI of their own agent saying that he felt, you know, that he was offered a quid pro quo and alerting others to what had come from the State Department, not getting the same kind of ink as the same story from Donald Trump. You know, same story over a number of days. They're retreading it instead of doing these other things. How does that make you feel about the mainstream media?
Well, the mainstream media, you're fighting against two adversaries. One is the media and two is your opponent. But having said that, you know, Donald Trump has been complicit in the media covering himself instead of Hillary Clinton by staying on these stories that are not helpful to him winning the presidency. Whether it's the women who have come forward or whether it's the rigged system, winners talk about winning. Winners don't talk about losing. And Donald Trump has to get back, and hopefully this debate tomorrow night will put him back on course, because there's not much more time for him to stick to the issues. When he does, he does very well. It's when he gets off track that
and last
he
time
loses
he had a good
points.
debate, and immediately he himself rounded right back to the issue of the women, which was a huge mistake on his part. Christy, let me show you some stats from journalists that work for media companies. This comes from the Center for Public Integrity, just talking about the amount of donations, which I'm surprised that you see journalists giving money to political campaigns at all, because in so many places that's forbidden. But you can see $382,000 for Clinton versus a paltry $14,000 for Trump. Certainly not a lot of journalists putting their money behind Donald Trump. Does that tell you how they really feel?
I'm not sure what that tells you when you see that during the primary, Donald Trump got about $2 billion in free advertising, it's been estimated. I mean, you saw
but
various networks taking his rallies, covering them,
doesn't help him,
just from
when he
start
goes
to
on.
finish.
I don't know that
It certainly helped in the primary, Melissa. It certainly helped in the primary. And, you know, people like Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, they really just couldn't get traction because they frankly couldn't get on air. Certainly not in the same way that Donald Trump could. But you can make the same argument about what's going on right now, and it's not helping him. I mean, you could say they're putting on Trump every day. We don't see Hillary Clinton because she's, off practicing and resting and whatever else, and it's helping her where it was hurting them. So I don't think that that's that would
really
be Donald Trump's fault. Sure, that would be Donald Trump's fault because, and certainly there's a difference between what was happening in the primary when putting him on air. I believe the media probably saw him. Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that during the primary, what he was saying and doing, I think, was seen as entertainment and as sort of a spectacle, both by large numbers of the public, but also, I think, by a lot of people in the media, and that's why he got so much coverage. Now he's getting so much coverage somewhat for the same reason. Certainly it is a spectacle for someone like him to say that he's sexually assaulted women, but, it's obviously not playing out as well for him.